everybody? This is GGB, co-host Puppers, and we're getting back into this pretty blowout of a game. 32 points on defense is the Sunbelt Eagles. Now, obviously, it's not been going well for them defensively. I feel like it really feels like every single time the FCS Division II, Division III Bills touch the ball, they're scoring a touchdown. I don't know if their punter has even seen the field today. I don't feel like he has. I don't think they've punted once, which is, bad. It's not good defensively. Now, 1st and 10 for Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense. He goes under center. Looks like a 3 tight end set here. They go run here with Austin Eckler, who picks up about 4 yards on the play. Great game by Austin Eckler. It really is a great game by Austin Eckler. It's been a great game by Tyreek Hill. And it was really the two players. Adam Thielen has not had a phenomenal game. Cooper Kupp hasn't either. And, Dallas Goedert's had a decent game, but not amazing. It's been absolutely insane for Tyreek Hill and Austin Eckler today. 152 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns for Austin Eckler. A great day of production. If this was a game in real life and you had him on your fantasy team, you'd be like, yes, please. Thank you, Austin Eckler. Fullback in the field. We haven't seen a lot of Kyle Juszczyk today. So that's been confusing because he's probably the best fullback in the league. Looks like they go run here again with Austin Eckler, and he is stopped for only about a 3-yard gain. So that brings up a 3rd and 3. Mario Addison with the tackle. And it's been interesting because I didn't think this defense was that bad. I didn't think it was great. But I think you did have players like Mario Addison, Demario Davis, Akeem Davis-Gaither. None of these players are horrible. But this FCS Division II, Division III Bills offense is pretty high-powered this year, I guess. Jimmy Garoppolo goes shotgun. They go hand off to Austin Eckler, who picks up yet another 1st down. And, just keep running with him. It's been working so far. Why not just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's really the kind of philosophy you should have here if you're the Bills. And you're kind of excited. Your offense has really been great here today. And I got to say, it's against not a horrible Sunbelt. The Sunbelt defense isn't bad. I think it's a better defense than a lot of maybe 1 or 2 other teams. I don't think it's top half. I don't even think it's top 3 quarters. But still, putting up 52 points on any defense and basically not punting. They might have punted once. I don't remember. But it's impressive, and I think you should be excited for the Pac-12 matchup next week. They go under center here with Kyle Juszczyk. They go run to the outside. James Robinson has a hole. He might be going. He's going. That should be a touchdown, but I think it's going to end up being a holding call and bringing him back. And poor James Robinson, it was going to be his moment of glory, but unfortunately, a block in the back ends up bringing it back. Dumb Tyreek Hill. You can't be too mad if you're the Bills because he's really been the reason you've been winning this football game at all. So, yeah, he's just been so good. He has really been great. Now, what I'm worried about for next game's matchup against the Pac-12, I don't think it's going to be next week. It's probably going to be a couple weeks from now, actually. But what I personally am worried about is it's the defense. The defense allowed 20 points to be scored on it with the Sunbelt offense. It's not good. They go screen here. Oh. Who just straight up ran past? I don't know if that was Eckler or not. I don't remember. 32 is Eckler's number. It might have been 20. No, yeah, it was Eckler. Who just ran straight past Eckler? It was Josh Norman. Josh Norman, what are you doing? You just ran straight past Austin Eckler. What's interesting about the Sunbelt team is I think it might be a worse team next year. Josh Norman is getting up there in age, and every year he gets a little bit worse. Demario Davis is up there too, so it's not like you have a young Buck squad that's going to be getting better. Their better players are going to be getting worse. Another catch there by Tyreek Hill, bringing him to 261 yards through the air. I think he has 4 touchdowns on the game. Insane. That's an insane day. That'd be like a 48 point. I think it's like a 48-point day in fantasy football league for a receiver. Crazy. But shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to go pass. He has a lot of time despite the blitz, and he just decides to throw it through the uprights. He's only had 6 incompletions today. He's 471 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. Again, Very good production. Very, very good production by this offense. And I don't know if they're going to kick it here, honestly. I guess why not? Put up 55 points on this team. But I feel like I'd go through it for it. Just go for it. They are going for it here. I think there might be another run to Austin Eckler simply because he's been so good here. Actually, they go pass here. He has time despite the blitzing. Fired it to Dallas Goedert, who drops it. They stop them. The team stopped them, guys. The Sun Belt Eagles have stopped them. And now it's going to be a 1st and 10 for this Sun Belt offense at the 5-yard line. And that's why Dallas Goedert is just really not that exciting. He might be a lot better next year. He's going to get tight end number 1 responsibilities with the Eagles in real life, so that might help influence his stats. But I don't know. Dallas Goedert has not impressed me that much today. But let's see what this Sunbelt offense can do. They're down 32 points in the 4th quarter. They're not coming back from this. They're not. It's not happening. But they go, looks like a 3 tight end set, which is weird because 2 of their tight ends are running backs. This might be a run. They do go run up the middle with J.D. McKissic, who gets about 4 yards, let's say. J.D. McKissic's almost at a 100-yard day, which is going to be interesting because next week they go against Christian McCaffrey. And if J.D. McKissic's getting 100 yards on the ground, you better expect Christian McCaffrey is going to get a decent amount more than that. But looks like this is their best set, by the way. I don't know why they don't run this all the time because this is their best players on the field, the 1 tight end set. He was going to throw it underneath J.D. McKissic, but he ends up missing that play. Brings up a 3rd and 6. You know they're going to go for it on 4th down, so it really matters not. You could even run it here. It really doesn't matter because you're going to go for it on 4th down regardless because you're down 32 points. You'd have to score a lot, get a lot of onside to really come close here. But they go shot. It looks like a screen, but he was gonna be sacked, but he ends up being sacked. Weirdly, he stripped off a sack, but he got sacked regardless. John Franklin Myers has been a player to be reckoned with. Josh Norman's going absolutely insane on the sidelines. He's yelling at everyone. He's throwing his helmet. He's incredibly angry. Darius Leonard's the one that missed that sack, but John Franklin Myers cleans it up. Brings it up a 4th and 13. I mean, the offense is going to get the ball back. It's like the 1-yard line, so no harm, no foul. They're actually going to punt this ball away, despite being down 32 points. They've just given up, I guess. Punting the ball away, Sam Martin, he gets it to about the other opponent's 40, where Tyreek Hill gets a chance to return. He makes a lot of juke moves. He gets it up to about the opponent's 35, but that's going to be likely a block in the back or a hold. It's going to be a hold on the return, and it's going to be on Kyle Duggar. Brings him to the opposition's 45-yard line. Still very good field position for this FCS Division II, Division III Bills offense to put more than 52 points on the board, which is the most any team has put up, I believe, since I started. It might not be since I started Conference of Champions, but it's a lot. Definitely this year. FCS Division II, Division III Bills are really killing it here. Go run up the middle with James Robinson, I believe, who's stuffed. Only 1 rush for 3 yards for James Robinson. Again, I expected him to see the field more, and I feel like he's going to see the field more now that they're up by so many points. They probably could end up take all their starters at the field. I mean, you don't want them to get hurt because they could be hurt for next game. That wouldn't be good. Looks like a 2 tight end set here with Dallas Goedert and Robert Tonyan. There might be a run here. They do go run here again up the middle with Austin Eckler this time, and this time it's stuffed by Demario Davis. I guess they decided to stop Demario Davis. I expected to hear Demario Davis name a little bit more here. I mean, it's been kind of underwhelming, his play, even though he's one of the best linebackers in the league. But shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo, 3rd and 8. They go run here with Austin Eckler, who picks up 8 yards they needed, probably about 9 yards. Picks up that 1st down. Keep that clock chugging. Jeremy Reeves with his 6th tackle. Now, he's someone you might look at for the future for this Sunbelt defense because Jeremy Reeves had a good year this year. Maybe have a better year next year. He could become one of those staple players. He's a young enough player that it would work. But, yeah, they're going to be losing some talent soon. Josh Norman is one of their best defensive players, and he is going away. But Akeem Davis-Gaither He's a young player. He's a young buck with the Bengals in real life. He might be able to get better for them. There's some young talent, but not too much. Center, under center for Jimmy Garoppolo, handoff. And James Robinson gets only about 3 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting if they lose. If they're not using James Robinson in a blowout game that much, I find it difficult to believe that when the chips are on the table, they're going to trust him in a very close matchup, most likely against the Pac-12 Redskins in their next matchup. So it looks like 3 tight ends set here. They bring Nick Boyle on the field for a play. They go handoff to, looks like Austin Eckler, who picks up yet another first down on them for the 2nd and 7. They could get this guy to 200 yards. Seeably. If he runs, well, they're probably going to get the ball back at least one more time. If he runs the entire way to the end zone, he would get those 24 yards that he needs to get to 200 yards offensively. Plus, he'd get a touchdown. So he's almost there. Keep handing it to Austin Eckler. He can get to that 200-yard mark, although you might want to be worried about Austin Eckler's health here. He's been such a huge impact in this game. Who's to say it won't be such a huge impact in the next game against the Pac-12, which would be helpful. So they go draw here with Austin Eckler. He only gets about a yard, 2 yards on that play. Nice tackle by Ronald Blair. Brings up a 2nd and 9. Clock's ticking. I mean, that's good if you're the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. You want to get out of this game without a huge injury happening. They go run here with another Austin Eckler play. He gets to about the 10-yard line, 12 yards on that play. Only 11 more yards needed to go, which means he can't get it on this drive because they're at the 10-yard line. So, yeah, 1st and 10 here. They could punch it in, but I don't think Austin Eckler could get to that 200-yard mark that you'd be searching for. But he could get to 199, maybe get another drive and just get that 1 extra yard. But yeah, he's been killing it this game. Tyreek Hill has been a little bit inactive this 4th quarter of play, but he's been very good today. Shotgun here, they go handoff to Eckler again. Up the middle, touchdown! He just walked in again. And Eckler gets another touchdown, his 4th rushing touchdown of the day. And with an extra point, that's going to put him to 59, although he could go for 2, get to that 60 burger. And just the crowd's going wild here in Orchard Park. It's absolutely insane, the atmosphere. They're so excited to see their team do well, and they should be. The FCS Division II, Division III Bills might be they've killed it. They've killed it here today against the Sunbelt Eagles. Now, I think the expectations for the FCS Division II, Division III Bills are about what you want. You want to get to around the same level you did last year. Beat the Pac-12 and make it to the conference championship. I feel like that is what the goal is for this FCS Division II, Division III team. You want to get to the conference championship. I feel like Super Bowl might be a bit of a stretch for this team without a game changer at quarterback with Jimmy Garoppolo. Because every year it's been a game changer at quarterback that's really won the Super Bowl. 2 years ago was Tom Brady, and then last year was Lamar Jackson. So you kind of have a good game manager in Jimmy Garoppolo, but I don't view you as a possible Super Bowl contender because you don't have that game-changing quarterback talent. But Jimmy Garoppolo can get you far, especially with the team that you've developed here with weapons like Tyreek Hill, Austin Eckler, obviously both huge players in this game, but Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp. Yeah, they're going to get to about the 24-yard line. But yeah, the defense is a little bit worrisome considering that the Sun Belt has dropped 20 points on them. I didn't expect them to get to 20 points in this game. Brandon Silvers has had a good game, which is not bode well for when they face Aaron Rodgers in their next matchup. But yeah, I feel like that's the goal if you're the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. I think you expect to make it just as far as you did last year. Hopefully put up a little bit better fight against... it depends on who you face in the conference championship if you made it past the Pac-12, which is an if. They have a very good squad built together this year. This might be one of the years Pac-12 actually contends. Shotgun for Brandon Silvers. He has a lot of time to scan. He jumps it underneath to J.D. McKissic, who I guess makes the catch. I didn't think he got 2 feet in, but I guess he did. Picks up about 1 yard on the play. J.D. McKissic's been very productive. And honestly, you could hope he gets a little bit. Maybe the Sun Belt will eventually get a quarterback in the NFL. That would be nice. It really would be nice to not have to make guys and to actually see players in the NFL from the Sun Belt, like at quarterback. But I don't know if it's going to happen, if I'm going to be honest. Although that Coastal Carolina guy could be pretty good. And he's going to get sacked again. David Onyemata with his second sack of the ball game. Oof, he's been killing it on the inside. He's definitely the best. They bring him in for rush defensive tackle roles, I believe. He's probably their third best run stuffing defensive tackle. But honestly, I think David Onyemata is probably the best pass rushing defensive tackle that they have. And it's just they should stop running screens, because every time they run a screen, it seems like Brandon Silvers gets sacked, which is not ideal if you're the Sun Belt Eagles. It's going to be weird not seeing the Sun Belt in an Eagles uniform next year. I mean, they might be. Who knows? But I feel like they're not going to be Sun Belt Eagles, which is going to feel weird to say. But shotgun here for Brandon Silvers, 3rd and 16. They bring a little bit of blitz. He had time to fire. He finds Damian Willis, who might be gone. He's going. He might have a 82-yard touchdown, and he does. All the way to the end zone for Damian Willis. 82 yards for the man. But it's not going to be a huge deal. Jimmy Garoppolo's trying to cheer up Teron Armstead, Titus Howard, Ali Marpet, and Ryan Jensen. But yeah, I don't think you need cheering up. I mean, sure, that happened. It definitely was disappointing. But yeah, I mean, you're still up by what? 32 points, 33 points, depending on if they kick this extra point or go for 2 here. I'd just go for 2 for the heck of it. You're down by a lot. You really are down by a lot. They're going to kick the extra point here. They're going to be down by 32 points with 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. I guess they're just deciding to give up on this game. I mean, it's just kind of out of reach at this point. You know, let's see if they gave up on it, if they go onside here. Because you need some onsides if you want to come back in this game, which I don't believe is possible. But, I mean, you should at least try, right? You should at least attempt it. You should at least play like you're hoping that it's still possible. Let's see if they go onside here, if they just decide to kick this ball away with 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. This really will determine if they're actually trying to win this game or not. So I know they're showing like a guy back there to kick off, but they did that last time in the Conference USA game, and they didn't do it. So it looks like they're going to go actual kickoff here. They do. Yeah, so he's going to have Tyreek Hill take a knee. 5 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Obviously, Doug Peterson has just given up on this ball game, but they have put up 27 points against this defense. 199 rushing yards today. Let's see if Austin Eckler can get over that hump and get to 200 rushing yards on the day to add to his 4 touchdowns. He just needs a yard. So, if I'm the Bills, I'm just like, yeah, let's get him to that 200-yard mark, guys. Yeah. 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. You could probably chew out this clock if you just run the ball extremely well. Bring Kyle Juszczyk on the field. So they have 2 tight ends set, 2 with Robert Tonyan and Dallas Goedert. They go run up the middle with James Robinson there. So they're trying hard not to get him. David Mayo that time with the tackle. David Mayo is a player that I think is actually a really solid player. I mean, I really like him. He's on my Redskins now. I do like him in the NFL. Like, as an actual player in real life, he provides a lot for a team as a depth role. So under center here with Kyle Juszczyk on the field. Let's see if they go handoff again or if they go pass. They do go handoff this time with James Robinson, who is tripped up, bringing up a 3rd down and 1. Brandon Silvers is mad at his team, despite them going out there and just scoring an 82-yard touchdown, which is interesting. I feel like that wouldn't be the time to yell at them. It would be before, when you guys were struggling offensively, I believe in the 3rd quarter, when you put up, 3 points in the entire 3rd quarter. Yeah, I feel like that would be the time to yell at them, Brandon Silvers, not right after they just scored an 82-yard touchdown. Damian Willis had a phenomenal job there. Under center here by Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's see what he does. They're going to go pass, actually. Throws it to a wide-open Adam Thielen. This Adam Thielen is going to be gone. And it's going to be a 66-point game if they go for the extra point, which I feel like they will. I think that's Adam Thielen's first touchdown of the ball game. It's definitely going to influence his stats because he hadn't had gaudy stats before that. He has a long touchdown now, so that's going to influence it. everyone's hyped on the sidelines. If you're a Bills fan, you should be. I mean, he's wide open, too, on that play. Josh Norman absolutely blew the coverage on that one. And this is kind of what you get if you're the Sun Belt and you play man-on-man. Why would you play man-on-man against Adam Thielen and Tyreek Hill? I mean, you got to go zone. They're going to go for the kick here. Make it a... Let's see. And make a 39-point ball game again. Yeah, 3 plays, 75 yards. So, yeah. It was a 3rd and 1. That means it was a 66-yard touchdown. 66-yard touchdown for Adam Thielen. That's definitely going to change the numbers a little bit he had in this game. But, yeah, another kickoff for the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. And they've had an absolute whale of a game offensively. I think we kind of knew that it was going to be good offensively for the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. But I didn't know it was going to be this good. They've had an absolute... They've been great this game. But the weird part of this game was the Sun Belt offense actually playing not great. 27 points is pretty solid in an NFL game. And especially with this offense that they're trouting. I mean, Damian Willis is their best receiver, and he's like a 66 overall receiver. He's not a great receiver in the NFL. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, they're not coming back here. Maybe you can score another touchdown, though, if you're Brandon Silvers. Brandon Silvers' time, I believe, as the Sun Belt quarterback's coming to an end, and I hope it does, because I'm getting tired of making them. I'd like to actually see players in the NFL that I don't have to make for the Sun Belt team. I'm hoping that quarterback for Coastal Carolina makes it. So Brandon Silvers threw that underneath to J.D. McKissic, and J.D. McKissic's been really good, so you can hope that he stays really good at a high level. Gerald Everett stays at a high level. Hopefully Albert Wilson won't be hurt next year. Maybe one of your receivers this year, maybe out of Arkansas State or Coastal Carolina or Appalachian State, has a good year. I mean, there's this guy for the Saints, Kawan Baker, that I'm really excited about out of South Alabama. So 2nd and 4 here, shotgun for Brandon Silvers. He has a decent amount of time to pass, although he's end up pressured, and he's going to throw it to basically what looked like his offensive lineman, but there was a running back in the general area. Brings up a 3rd and 4. The problem with Brandon Silvers is he's getting time. He is getting time here, but he's wanting to make a big play every single time. If it's not there, dude, throw it away. The offensive line is not going to last forever. The fact it's lasting any time at all is pretty amazing considering this defensive line. So, yeah, they go screen here, and he's going to get sacked again. They should stop doing screens. John Franklin Myers has had a whale of a game. 3.5 sacks, 5 tackles, especially for a player that's basically just on the field for rushing downs, playing that rush DT spot. Considering that, he had made a huge impact in the Big 12 game, making Patrick Mahomes make a whole bunch of mistakes. And he made a big impact in this game. We'll see next week if he makes a big impact in that Pac-12 Redskins game. But I feel like he will. And it's going to be interesting. If you're Pac-12, might want to start watching his film. They're going to punt this ball away with Sam Martin. He's going to punt it. It's going to go to about the Bills' 30-yard line for a return for Tyreek Hill. He's going to juke his way up to about the 50 at the 48-yard line. And, Tyreek Hill has had a good game. Unfortunately, in the last game I had, Tyreek Hill actually had a kick return touchdown. But 8 receptions, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's shown that he can be dynamic in the return game. I'm hoping that we actually kind of get a good kickoff return in the Redskins game. So I'm kind of excited to see that. 1st and 10, 48-yard line. You might be able to put up 73 points in this game. That'd be pretty amazing if you're the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. That'd be a really impressive feat. But it looks like it's a 2 tight end set here. They might just keep running the ball with James Robinson. He picks up the 1st down, though. Not a bad run by James Robinson. I actually like the idea of using James Robinson here a little bit more. I mean, why not? You don't want to get Austin Eckler hurt. Definitely doesn't seem to be the case, caring about whether Dallas Goedert and the receivers get hurt. And especially Jimmy Garoppolo. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo is still in this game is amazing to me. I don't understand why he's still in this game. I'd be taking him out every day of the week Maybe not putting in Ryan. Maybe put in Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I feel like I'd go third string Carson Wentz. You don't want to get your second string guy hurt in case Jimmy Garoppolo goes down. But 1st and 10, shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. It looks like it's going to be a pass. He goes actually run here with Austin Eckler, who picks up the 3 yards he needed to get it. And he has that 202-yard mark. He hit the 200 yards, guys. Let's go for Austin Eckler. But we're approaching this 2-minute warning. Keep running in here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get the snap off before the 2-minute warning. I don't feel like they are. They might, though. Jimmy Garoppolo does get the snap off before the 2-minute warning, so they go run here. Ooh, Austin Eckler making some moves on these guys. Get to the 20-yard line. 2-minute warning here. Again, if they scored, they can put up 73 points in this game, which is extremely impressive for a team. I feel like I'd be going off the pedal a little bit. You don't want to embarrass these guys. But at the same time, I'd be putting in my backups and trying to embarrass these guys with our backups. I just don't want to get my starters hurt with this. So they go run again here up the middle. It's going to be a hole for James Robinson. He's going to get it to about the 7-yard line. And considering he hasn't seen the field at all until the 4th quarter, 6 rushes for 39 yards. That's pretty solid production for just a quarter. Yeah, you can see Kyle Juszczyk's presence. I mean, he really is a very good fullback. He's one of the best fullbacks in the entire league, in my opinion. Only fullback, I think, that is actually going to help a team. Like, he provides a definite threat offensively with his blocking ability. So, they're going to go under center. Looks like it might be another run here. This time to Austin Eckler, though. Do go run up the middle. Austin Eckler just walks in for his 5th touchdown of the ball game. Absolutely killing it is Austin Eckler. Absolute maniac over here. At least about 1minute and 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if the Sunbelt Eagles are going to try and put up a touchdown before halftime or before the end of the game, or just trying to finish this one out. But it is going crazy here in Orchard Park. Shelby Harris is giving them congratulations. Greg Zerline's out to kick this extra point. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. It's a 73-point ball game, and it's been a great game by this offense for the FCS Division II, Division III Bills. And if you're watching at home and you're a Pac-12 fan, I'd be a little bit concerned. Sure, the Sun Belt's defense isn't as good as yours. It's nowhere near as good as yours. You have a lot of great players on that defense. But 73 points against any defense in Madden, especially a defense that doesn't suck in the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt is not a sucky defense by any means. But yeah, this is why the winning of the play-in game between the Big 12 and the FCS Division II, Division III game was important. Because you saw what the Big 12 had to suffer through to make it past the MAC. The MAC did not make it easy for them. The Sun Belt kind of does. I mean, they obviously try their best. They try their best, but they don't succeed. They are not a good football team by any stretch of the word. It's really disappointing to see the Sun Belt suck every year, but this is what's going to happen until you get a quarterback that isn't the second worst quarterback in Madden, just because I can't make it. Like, I have to give you a QB. It's not like another position where I could switch it over if it was like a tight end. Like, for instance, the tight ends for this team, or two of them are running backs. Like, it's not like that where I can do that. The quarterback is a position where you kind of need an actual QB. But yeah, they go shotgun here. They bring, I believe, Damian Willis in motion. 4-man rush here. He fires it to J.D. McKissic, who's open. And actually, it's not J.D. McKissic. It looks like it's Penny Hart. Is that 82? I feel like that's 82. Marcus Green. I'm sorry, Marcus Green. Only 3rd catch of the ball game for Marcus Green, who was so productive here early on in the game. But yeah, it brings up a 2nd and 5. Clock's ticking down. I feel like the Sunbelt Eagles are fine with that. They just kind of want to go home at this point after this embarrassing loss. 2 tight ends set here with Elijah McGuire on the field. They bring J.D. McKissic, spread J.D. McKissic out. Shotgun here for Brandon Silvers. He's going to throw this pass to an open, I don't know. Wasn't Damian Willis. But yeah, that was not a good pass. Brings up a 3rd and 5. 30 seconds remaining in this game. But on the exciting news, tomorrow you're going to get to see the first divisional round. The Mountain West Saints are traveling to the Big Ten Titans. We're going to see who comes out on top of that game, or who's going to start out well in the first quarter. Brandon Silvers goes to pass. He throws it underneath to that one was to Penny Hart. He caught it, brings up a 4th and 1 though, going out of bounds. Penny Hart's had a good day, but it's been tough sledding for this offense here in the fourth quarter. Outside of that very long touchdown by Damian Willis. Yeah, the first half seemed like the offense was clicking on all cylinders. They were actually keeping it close. Actually, Sam Hartman's going to punt this ball away. Oh, no. No, I don't want to make this video longer. Okay, hit resume. Sometimes the remote does this to me. But, yeah, they're going to punt this ball away. I feel like they're going to Bills are going to take a knee or maybe just run the ball. Tyreek Hill's going to get stopped immediately on the kickoff return. At the very least, you can put that down as a win if you're the Sunbelt Eagles. But 19 seconds left. I expect like maybe one run to James Robinson, maybe some knees. Yeah, Tyreek Hill hasn't really had a catch. That's because they've been mostly going to the ground in this fourth quarter, making sure they do not like turn the ball. They just run clock. They want the game to be over. They want to get out of here and start preparing for this Pac-12. Pac-12's coming up next week for this team, and they want to get ready for them. They want to get out of this building, maybe celebrate. They go fullback here with Kyle Juszczyk, although they don't go 2 tight end set with Robert Tonyan. They do go run here up the middle, and Austin Eckler's going to have a big 14-yard game, brings up 241 yards, 5 touchdowns. It's been an insane game for Austin Eckler, but this game's coming to a close. 8 seconds left. It's going to run off. That was the last play of the ball game, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching these FCS Division II, Division III Bills absolutely beat the living daylights out of the Sunbelt Eagles. But I'm excited to see how this team does in the next round. They're going to be moving on after the cakewalk that is the Sunbelt Eagles. Doug Peterson's upset, but that's okay, man. Yeah, you didn't have the best team to work with. But Jimmy Garoppolo is hyping up. Tyreek Hill is shaking hands. Brandon Silvers is a little bit upset, but he's going to midfield regardless. Demario Davis shaking hands with LJ Fort. But yeah, it was a great game by this FCS Division II, Division III Bills. You can see that the Eagles were closing. They got outscored in all quarters, but they were closing in, like they were getting a little bit better by halftime, and then the second half happened, and that kind of destroyed their possible comeback. 290 passing yards though for Brandon Silvers, 106 rushing yards for J.D. McKissic. So not bad days by either of them, but the defense really kind of sucked today. But the FCS Division II, Division III Bills are going to play the Redskins next round. I hope you guys enjoyed this. But hey, everybody, this is GGB Cosmover saying adios, amigos.